Phoros has answered, but in return for his grace, the people are faced with starvation, famine, and disease. Nevertheless, in the face of flickering hope, even the longest and darkest winter must end eventually. Though most of the dragons have perished after the year of the darkness, their malignant spirits remain, fusing themselves with those who possess a seed of evil within their souls. These unholy hybrids have bided their time, and now they have awakened to terrorize the realm, leaving only death in their wake. The tenuous pace established by Jennifer threatens to break, and she faces a double threat as dissidents around her eyes the Erferonian seed of power. Aided by the Estirim elves, Katya and Lysander leaves Walder on a perilous journey in search of a mythical weapon that can destroy the near invulnerable dragon changed. A weapon guarded by someone even more dangerous than the dragon hybrids, the legendary Bone Queen, fanatical and eternal ruler of a shadow world. And that's all there is in Volume 1 of Katya Dragonseeker. You wonder if the second volume is somewhere here in the Lorehold. By the way, you can download the currently available Katya Dragonseeker chapters here, and the link doesn't work. You close the tome and put it back on the shelf where you found it. Okay, can I read the book about oddities? The author has put some introductory words on the first pages of this volume. Be it drakes with 6 feet of worms with several heads, beasts full of magical abilities beyond our comprehension, or such that can make better music than our best bard. All these dragons are out there, and while it might not be recommendable to set out and try to pay them a visit, they surely are worth an adventurous read, full of fantastic surprises. From the dozens of drakes described in this book, a few pages have bookmarks in them. Which of the drakes would you like to read up on? There are 4 different types. For example, the desert drake, the desert drake is one of the few drakes, both great and lesser, that cannot fly. It has overlapping plates over most parts of its body, and a long neck, and has 6 legs, while the front legs are used as hands. As the name already implies, the desert drake can be found exclusively in desert lands. These drakes are one of the most intelligent kinds of drakes, showing remarkable problem-solving ability, and even have some sort of language of their own, as well as a hierarchical system in their herds, consisting of a leader, queen, and her underlings, workers, diggers, soldiers, and so on. That's cool. Read about the Dravilonia. The Dravilonia is a very strange, yes even weird kind of beast, which is most often mentioned in dark legends, which is about the Lord of the Shadows, Kor, serving his warlords. The Dravilonia is a kind of undead dragon, but more of the size of a drake, summoned by the netherworld from the netherworlds by the minions of Koor. It can only be ridden by the undead, or demons, and hates everything that lives. I think I've read about Koor in a different game from Santhworld. Aside from transportation of other foul creatures, its only purpose is destroying and killing. This combination made it a frightening appearance on the battlefields of the Third Saronian War, where the invasion of Santharia from the north was led by evil warlords, using Dravilonias as a means of transport. Sounds frightening. The Hydragon, pronounced Hydragon, is a rare but dangerous water monster, which frequents freshwater lakes and rivers in northern Servonia and Nibelmar, though the occasional specimen has been located as well in the Rhine and the Teifra rivers just south of the Tandala Mountains. It is also known as Erkvasmor, that's in the language of Kuglisetre and means three heads, and to the elves as Koor Rahaz, which is Strash and means snake of Koor, and we've already read about Koor. There is believed to be also a variety in Nibelmar known as Balaur, which is reportedly monstrous in size, but no proofs of the letters are available. Many people think the High Dragon to be completely mythical, but the Northerners know better, and most peoples from the Celeste lowlands to Barcelona can show the curious shed skin, or the beak fang, or a preserved specimen of some sort. And the last dragon, the Ivorin Drake. Oh, looks cute. Many drakes throughout history are presented as evil creatures, and with good reason, between legendary conflicts like the Dragon Storm and the War of the Chosen, and many drakes being rather terrifying or horribly ugly. Drakes are often thought to be either bad or simply greedy beasts. There is, however, a drake that stands in complete contrast to these commonly accepted ideas: the Ivorin drake, sometimes also known as the White Drake, and to the Kasumari, the Goldorian Snow Drake, an almost storybook depiction of good and kindness in the eyes of those who hear about dragons. He doesn't even have scales, only fur,